Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel, beautiful day. What we're gonna be doing is we'll be working on this game. Now, I wanna set up boss as good as I can. I wanna make it easy to make bosses, or relatively easy. So what I wanna do is I actually don't want this. I don't want one big array for textures, because we're gonna have one array for textures for all the boss bodies, another array for all the boss guns, gun textures, another array for bullet textures, all kinds of stuff. Now in game we already have a bunch of stuff here. We have enemies, but that's fine, we don't want that. We have a bunch of textures here, pickups, upgrades, like player gun textures exist, enemy bullet textures exist. We could just send this in and just have a bunch of bullet textures and just send that in, and then we'll know which one of them we want to use for our boss, and we'll just, we'll do that. But to make it a little simpler, what we could do is we could just do, where's enemy? Well, we kind of have textures here, enemies. Okay, so there's no textures being handled here. What we could do is just do boss textures and just split this up into player textures, enemy textures. So if I do this, I guess this is gonna be fine, and then enemy textures, and then pick up upgrade textures, and then textures for player textures. That's good, and that's nice. So this is everything. Player main gun textures, and then player. What else do? I think I do something really dumb, and in game, in init textures, I actually, I push back the body and the bullet and the bullet textures here. I should have a player bullets texture and a player body texture. But yeah, that's still, because it's still working, it's fine. Enemies, pick up textures. Let's do this before. Wait, pick up and upgrades. Let's do this before. Let's do that after all the player stuff. So if enemy, wait, what did I just do? Okay. Wait, let's do that after here. There we go. So then we have enemies and enemy bullet textures. I'm thinking I'm gonna do, because I started off by making a textures any bosses thing here. Now I'm gonna go into bosses and then make a new folder called guns and make a new folder called bullets, so we have it really separated. Let it take some more memory, it doesn't really matter. So we'll do everything again for bosses. So we'll have a D array of texture and boss body textures, and then copy this, guns and bullets, boss gun textures, boss bullet textures. Now we're gonna have to just load those in, and then boss textures, bosses. That's good. Let's copy one of these and just say temp load from file textures bosses, I think, bosses, and then guns and bullets and guns, bosses, and then we'll just, what do we want to do, guys and girls? I haven't really thought of it. Bosses, and then bodies, bosses, bodies, and then something. I haven't really thought of it, but what if we take this just for now, bosses, bodies, and just put that in there. So boss 01 body png, we'll just call it that, boss 01 body dot png. What would be easier, boss body 01? I think so. 01 boss body 01. Now let's copy a texture for bullets and a gun. So if we go to guns, what do we want to steal? Let's steal this one. Let's steal this regular one and this, and then let's steal a missile or a bullet. Let's steal the blue one. Bosses, guns, stat, and then what do we call this? Boss gun 01. Boss bullet 01. So there we go. We got a bunch of stuff. Let's just load all the boss bodies, all the bullets, bosses bodies, guns, gun 01, boss bullet 01, and then guns, bullets. So I think that should be fine. There we loaded everything in. And now instead of enemy textures, we're gonna do this boss body textures, this boss gun textures, this boss bullet textures. There we go. We loaded that in. Now if we make a boss, now let's just start off by doing this as well. Pickups, upgrades, enemies, bosses, D array, boss, bosses. There we go. We're gonna make a bool boss encounter, and I'm gonna initialize that just to get started in case I forget later. Init players, init enemies, init bosses, this boss encounter equals false. So we'll start off with that. That's good. If I die during a boss encounter, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go into update, go all the way down, and in here we're gonna do this boss encounter equals false, this bosses dot clear. There we go. So we kind of fixed that. Now in boss, what we're gonna do, how long is this video? Okay, we're good. We have everything we need basically. Position texture is here. Oh, excuse me guys, I'm yawning. Oh my god. But yeah, boss. So this is our first thingy. Now how do we load in the textures? Well, we have a body textures, we have a texture pointer array thingy for two other things, gun textures and bullet textures. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna do body textures. We're gonna get all of these in here. Gun textures, bullet textures. Okay, copy all of this, paste it. There we go. make sure we have commas like this. Go in here, say this body textures equals body textures. This is tedious. Gun textures, bullet textures. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're good. This body textures, sprite, so that is gonna be 0. So this is boss 0. This body textures. Okay, so we're gonna add a gun from this. Let's remove this right now. We'll have an error check later, but there we go. There we go. And gun, this gun textures 0. Good. 0, 0, because that's the only one we have. Set position. Type, everything's good. This boss, let's just copy all of these. Now it's gonna take a while to make boss. Like it's gonna take a while to make this really dynamic and a good class that we can reuse. But you know, this is how you learn stuff. You know, you just make stuff and you kind of go ahead and learn and see what you can do. This target. No, why am I using this? Target dot draw. Come on, draw this sprite, and then guns. You know what we have to do in boss gun? We have to create a public. Oh, this is the constructor, this is the destructor, and then void update, void draw. Now I could initialize those there, but we'll just do it here. Update draw const float dt render target. This target, god damn it, target draw this gun sprite. So that's good. So we draw the sprite. We're gonna update the guns as well to animate as we shoot. And that's gonna be good. DT multiplier. Okay. I yawned again. Oh, okay, so we can draw that. DT multiplier. We're gonna go through 4. This guns dot size. This guns at position I dot draw target. Boom. So we're gonna draw all the guns. We can draw all that stuff. Yeah. And a boss is gonna hold their bullets. The array bullet. Why isn't that working? Didn't I include bullet in here? Where did I include bullet though? Did I include bullet here? Include bullet here. I think I'm gonna have to include bullet here as well. Include bullet. Can I do that? Or should I just include bullet and then include everything else in bullet? But is that going to be a circular dependency? I'm not sure. We'll just have to try this out though. And go in here. Bullets. I think bullets should hold. I mean, it includes text tag, and does text tag has pickup, and pickup has upgrade, and upgrade has boss, and boss is everything, and boss is bullet. But bullet, we're probably fine. We'll just keep it like this for now. Movement, that's good. And then for this bullets dot size, this bullets at position I dot draw target. So we'll draw that stuff. I don't know if this bullet has a update function. It does. It has a movement function and a update function. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do here for loop this bullets dot size, and then this bullets at position I dot update dt. That's good. So it's just gonna update everything, move everything, and draw everything. That's good. So we're updating the boss, updating the bullet. The boss gun is gonna have an update as well. So first we're gonna do that for this guns at dot size. This is how we're making it dynamic, so we can just make guns and bullets and they'll just update themselves. Update bullets at position I dot update dt. So we'll just update the bullets, update the guns and everything. Guns. That's good. Now I just want to see if this works now, because if I got a circular dependency issues, we're gonna have a big problem, and I really don't want to handle those problems. Good Lord have mercy. Ugh. So I figured out the problem, guys and girls. Basically it was just me being dumb. Include boss in this what do you call it, the game.h, and in boss we just include bullet, and bullet in itself has, where is it, bullet.h. Bullet has text tag goes into pickup, and pickup goes into upgrade, and upgrade has, no, it's not responding, thank you, come on bro, I ain't got all day, come on mate. This is just a pain in having this stupid external hard drives that suck balls sometimes, but okay, we're good. So just include all of this stuff in upgrade.h, just like we had it before, and I by mistake removed using namespace SF, so that was screwing everything up. Now when I run this, it runs just fine, and we have a running game. Now I haven't really made the boss class that good yet, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to finish it off, try to make a boss, try to play around with this difficulty thing, and where do I update difficulty? I'll make its own function for that later actually. So let me just put everything, whoops, let me just do this. I don't know why everything flipped out here. Let me just do that, and in update difficulty timer, here it is, difficulty goes up, and I'm gonna make a function that actually customizes everything depending on the difficulty. So the difficulty timer is going to go up, the difficulty is going to increase with the time, and everything is going to be affected by that. The level on the units, the way they scale, the way enemies scale, basically the way how often they spawn, like the bosses, how hard they are, all this stuff is going to go up with the difficulty, and you'll be able to play in modes. I think it's a good idea where you can choose a mode where the difficulty just keeps going and you play unlimited amount of time, or you pick one difficulty and you play that, and you're gonna get a difficulty scaler for your score as well. So we're gonna do all that stuff, just like cleaning up, polish stuff, but we'll start off by finishing off the boss class, trying to make a few bosses. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys and girls. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye bye.